Labor Day weekend, 1998. I was playing the High Sierra Music Festival with the Great Boy All Stars. Now, at the time, I was doubling up playing with All Stars and with Carl's new band, Carl Denson's Tiny Universe. Anyway, at the festival, the headliner the night I was there was Maceo Parker. Now, this isn't the second Maceo story, although in a way it could be, but it's not. We're going to get to Maceo later. Anyway, point of this part of the story, it had been pretty dusty, muddy. It wasn't super pleasant walking around, but whatever, we were having a good time. Like I said, Maceo's the headliner. I definitely wanted to check that out. So I made my way to the main stage and I was kind of far back. I was behind the crowd. So people were kind of packed in. We're all waiting for Maceo to come on. And then the house music kind of changes. And Natasha, Maceo's manager, walks up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Maceo Parker. And I look over to the right, to my right, and I see the whole band, and they had like these like plywood like laid out, so because it was, like I said, it was really muddy. And they walked up on stage, and they were in black suits, white crispy shirts, black ties. And as soon as they hit the stage and the lights hit them, it was just like, bam! And the whole vibe of the festival just changed in an instant. And in that instant, something got stored away. Okay. I get home, back to our place in San Diego after that festival. And the whole experience kind of got me thinking. I picked up my guitar and a couple of tunes just poured right out of me. The first tune was a Soulive, what would become a Soulive tune, Uncle Junior. The second tune, another Soulive tune, which would become Steppin'. Man, I had these two tunes. And all of a sudden, I was like, God, I got to get out of here. I got to start a band. I was never, or prior to playing with Carl, with the All-Stars and the Tiny Universe, I was never a side man. It was my first time being a side man. And it just didn't feel like me. But I did it, had a lot of fun. But that festival, these couple of tunes, something just hit. Hit Neil up. Yo, we got to start a band. At the time, Neil was at the Manhattan School of Music. And it didn't take long for him to just be like, okay, let's do it. So I let Carl know what my intentions were. I was leaving the band. A few months later, I'm in the studio with Carl, recording his first EP as Carl Denson's Tiny Universe. Before that recording, Kim and I had packed up our entire apartment, put it all in a U-Haul, threw our Isuzu Rodeo on the trailer, got out of our apartment, and we actually stayed at Carl's house for a few days while we were recording the EP. As soon as we were done with the EP, Kim and I hit the road. We packed the entire U-Haul with all of our stuff. And the first thing that we did, we put our couch at the front of in the U-Haul. And there was a little pass-through door where you could get from the cab into the back of the U-Haul. So we put the couch up right there, and whoever was driving drove. Whoever wasn't driving would crawl through the little hole pass-through, crash on the couch. Now, for context here, we stopped in Lordsburg, New Mexico, 7:17 p.m. on December 20th, a few days before Christmas Eve. We filled up that U-Haul for $22.45. That's 93 cents a gallon. Whew, crazy. That's how it was back in the day. Anyway, like I said, we were either driving, one of us was either driving or sleeping, and we got to Buffalo in a little over a day. Neil was there in town. You know, the whole family was there, and we were hanging at my parents' house. Well, we need a name for a band. And Neil and I had a couple really bad ideas. We're hanging out at the house. Neil's in one room, I'm in another room. And all I remember is hearing Neil scream out, "Yo, I got it. Soulive." Now, Soulive was the name of our recording studio and the name of an album which our band The Elements had recorded a few years before. But Neil was like, "Yo, Soulive. It's soul music, played live. Let's do it." And it was perfect. Okay, cool. So a couple of days before Christmas, Kim, Neil, our sisters ended up at our cousin's place, the Sterling Place Tavern. We were just hanging out, having a good time. I was sitting at the corner of the bar, and I could see Kim, Neil, Rachel, Rebecca hanging out on the other side of the bar from me. And out of nowhere, I got this amazingly strong sense that our future was going to be bright, successful, just an overall sense of calm was given to me. I mean, all we had were a couple of tunes, a band name, and the idea to wear suits, which I got from Maceo at the High Sierra Music Festival. And that was it. But I just knew, I was 100% positive everything was going to be all right. Love it. All right.